Hello everyone, here I am going to present my final assignment. My name is Jacques, I am from Haiti, so I am going to present a real case from my environment where I was born. It is going to be preventing soil erosion in Bayonnais, Haiti. To understand about the soil erosion in Haiti, first of all, you need to understand that agriculture is the main economic activity of Haiti. 82% of the Haitian people depends on agriculture for for them to make a living. And then in Bayonnais, in one of the research I did over there in 2018, I found that 79% of the people depends on agriculture for them to make a living. Another interesting point to understand is that 67% of Haiti are mountains. So as farmer practice agriculture, they always wanted to have a place where they can farm. So they started to put fire and then cutting trees in the mountains, and so as they could start planting the cash crops. And the main cash crops they plant in Bayonnais are maize, peanuts, millet, sweet potatoes, and beans, and so on. One thing to understand, Haiti was a French colony. So after the revolution in 1804, the new president of Haiti have decided to for every citizen to go and farm, but the government shared with most of the rural families some piece of land in the mountains. So when they started farming in the tops of the mountains, they started cutting trees without any with some unsustainable agricultural practices. There was no specific policies that train the farmers to know how they need to farm, if they don't need to till the land. As it were, like in the mountains, they started tilling the lands, they started cultivating every piece of the land they had. So this had some consequences over time. And the main problems that had led this kind of agriculture in the mountains, it has led to less than 2% of vegetation cover of Haiti and less than 1% of vegetation cover in Bayonnais. We have had poor land structure for agricultural practices, soil degradation, and poor crops yields. And in 2004 and 2008, we had two big inundations in the main city in the city called Gonaives, where the main river of Bayonnais have killed thousands of people in 2004 and then in 2008 because of a miss of because of unsustainable practices they have done in those mountains. So the river have taken a lot of sediments to those places. And as well, because the land cannot produce enough, so many people have started leaving the country, go to other cities to work or go to other countries for work. Uh, the main, what are the main biophysical and processes and factors involved? First of all, deforestation, soil degradation, and loss of soil structure, as we can see in the picture. What are the causes? The cause of this problem are, first of all, poverty and hunger. People need to farm so as they can make a living, pay their schools, they have something to eat. So, and they do not have any source of energy for cooking. So they have to cut trees, make it in form of charcoal so as they can have their food. And we do not have any policy like to fight this problem. And we have like poor economy profits from the farms. And all of that have led to rural exodus. But who are the stakeholders involved and what is their role? First of all, the churches. The churches, because they are the way that, because 65% of the Haitian people go to church. We can use the churches and the school to help people understand how important it is to not cutting the trees and to find out the ways of cooking our food. And local governments and regional government needs to get involved, as well as NGOs like USAID and other non-profit organizations that are in the area. This picture is from my own organizations, which is International Initiative for Rural Development, where we already meet with the farmers in the community, with churches, leaders of schools, to let them understand the problem that we are facing. Uh, so if we do not take this kind of actions, this is what's going to happen. We're going to have more famine, more poverty, greater inundations in our cities, and conflicts and violence. We're going to have more conflicts for land conflicts, because for trees, like to make charcoal, we're going to have a lot of violence in our community. And what we can do, we can do some soil conservation measures like planting trees. No source of energy as propane gas is very important with the government incentives, and farmers training with the government incentives, and policies made by local, regional, national government, and including private sector. And other soil conservation measures that we need to do right now is planting a lot of trees. The use of cover crops can help a lot. Organic matter and manure. Terraces are very important because we have 67% of the mountains. Bedrocks for the rivers as well is very important. What do we expect for the future? In the next 20 years, we expect with those measures a more vegetation cover within the next 20 years, less soil degradation, less inundation for the city of Gonaives, more incomes for farmers, a propane gas available for the people of Bayonnais to cook. What are the best socio-economic measures? No alternatives for cooking as propane gas is the one that will help people more. Planting trees, training for farmers are very important. Implementation with this measure with the stakeholders are going to be with the national, local, and regional government leaders, and NGOs, school, churches working alongside with the community. The national government can give incentives for people to buy propane gas for a lower, like for about $20. Local regional government needs to make legislation that tends to protect the the soil and the environment. And the private sector as well can influence people by adopting measures that help protect the environment. And the audience can help to understand how important it is to not cutting trees. This will lead to less deforestation, and as well, this will protect the environment for future generations. In conclusion, soil is a finite resource. We need to feed the soil and take sustainable measures to protect it. Policies from local, regional, and national leaders are a need to help facing these real threats in Bayonnais, Haiti. Alternatives for energy to cook is essential to help us facing this challenge. Sustainable soil management is vital for our future. These are our soils. Thank you.